Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more My Next Life as a Villainess. Our routes lead to doom! Pirates of the Disturbance! I just felt like doing the whole fucking thing right now. Don't know why, but I did. So anyway, escaping with Jordo through the fog. Ooh, are we at the beach? Romantic. Where's my hot pirate? Anyway. And so Jordo and I safely reached the seaside. Now all we have to do is sneak into the vinculum and call for help, but Katerina, don't move. Jordo swiftly extends his arm to stop me. In front to stop me, sorry. In that moment I hear a familiar voice from the darkness. It's probably Silva, but it could also be Rozzy. But I'm gonna guess it's Silva. That's my guess, but it could be either one. It's a 50-50 chance. Hey, you guys are late. And didn't you know I was waiting for you? Chapter 7, as I hold it. Is this the last chapter? Oh, it is. Oh, I scrolled up. I saw cheats. It's okay. This voice. Is it Silva? Good guess on my part. When I come to realize whose voice it was, I see a violet light flash in the darkness. Hey, I saw you guys walking along the path, so I went ahead of you. Huh? Silva seems different. Are you saying you crossed the forest at night? Yeah, I have pretty good night vision. Yeah, I mean, his eye's glowing purple, so I feel like there's something behind that. And need I remind you this island is the base of the Weiss Pirates? We know it so well we can walk around here with our eyes closed. And he's only got one, so technically, at least a half-truth. What? He was able to navigate the forest without getting lost? He probably has a compass. He's a pirate! Of course he has a compass! Come on. Like, Jesus. We struggled despite staying near the paths. I'm surprised he was able to navigate through the center of the forest that fast. It would be in your best interest if you stop here and give up. Even if it's dark out, I can and will find you anywhere on this island. All right, time for bed, sweet children. Silva smirks and puts his hands on his sword. He's clearly telling us that he won't go easy on us if we resist. He's getting serious. We've come a long way, but there seems to be no other option. Jordo puts his hands on his sword and glares at Silva. Oh, seeing how tense the atmosphere is, I shout. The thing is like, this is the last chapter, but like, I mean, we're fine. I'm sure we're gonna admit that we're in love with Jordo, but it's like, I don't think she's really fully come to that conclusion. And I feel like, yeah, okay, he told us his feelings, and then she's like, I don't know. Anyway, so what, isn't he in Maria? And she's gonna fall in love with someone. She's still on that track, and it's like, is she gonna just take a wild left fucking turn and finally get on the same page as the rest of us? Like, or am I gonna feel disappointed in it? Because, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I almost, at this moment, I'm like, I know there's a whole chapter, and it could be a couple hours, but it's like, this being the last chapter, I'm slightly on the, I'm not sure how I love the game, don't get me wrong, but the romance aspect, you're like, I mean, it's not really there. It is, but it isn't. Like, Jordo's been trying so hard, but she's like barely there, and so I don't know how I'm gonna feel when she just magically gets there. Is gonna be like, oh, okay, now I'm fine. Like, I don't know. Like, right now I'm like, really? Already? Are we gonna get to the end? And okay. I mean, okay. So, well, wait a second. Huh? Katerina? Silva and Jordo look at me astonished. I have their attention, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now. I need to think of something quickly. Oh, do we get a conclave? What should I do? First, I need to prevent any fighting. Jordo can't use magic, so he'll be at a disadvantage. But if we get caught, they'll take us back to the mansion, and we won't be able to call for help. Just gonna be like, I love him, don't hurt him! That's all I needed. Okay, bye, guys. If we're taken to Silva's client, I fear I'll reach the doom end. First, I need to make sure Jordo makes it to the ship. I don't know how to use the magic device myself. My earth bump's probably too weak to stop Silva. I only have the information I received from the fan disc in my dream. It's so funny because she used Earth Bump and he just trips. Ow! That hurt my ankle. What the hell? Earth Bump is not even big. It is literally like, boop, a tiny little mound of dirt from what I saw in the anime. So, like, it is as ridiculous as it sounds. A deal? I don't care about such things. I'm the boss around here, and I'll not allow anyone to raise objections. Yeah, like, yeah, say that after you pay us. Like, I'm sorry, but like the jacket with the little fur thing. Okay, it's not a fur collar. It's just whatever it is. But like, it's hot, man. The decorative eye. But I'm just saying, he's pretty like he's got the drip going on here. It's like oozing, and I'm into it. Oh yeah, in that dream, it seemed like Katarina hired Silva, and in reality, are we going into what? No, okay. Oh, he still has like fancy patterns on his eye patch. It's pretty simple, actually. Our client requested we bring you all to them unscathed. Is she gonna pretend that she's the client? It sounds like he was hired by someone else, but it's not Katarina. It's probably because of my reality the doom end never occurred. I didn't join forces with Silva because I never got vengeance on Maria. Still, the part where the pirates attacked the Vinculum did happen. I like how she's mapping this on her head. She's probably pacing back and forth thinking, and they're just standing there like, what is she doing? I don't know. Just let her go. Let her cook. Like, these events are probably destined to occur since we're in the fan disc's timeline. It's just like the judgment event for Katarina that happened just like the judgment event for Katarina that happened in real life. We still don't know who their client is, but I know Silva attacked us because he was hired, just like in the fan disc. There's definitely something I can do. I make up my mind and step forward. Silva, I have a suggestion. Huh? A suggestion? From you? So what's up now? Silva looks at me in contempt. Oh no, he definitely isn't going to take me seriously. But in the game, he was allied with Katarina. Oh, I know. In the game, Katarina uses the power of money to accomplish her goals. So I'll just copy her. I thought that was the plan she already came to. I have an idea. Yeah? Oh, well, I'll buy him off. I thought that's the conclusion she was coming to, is just to be like, hey, how did it go again? Do not look down on me! I am the eldest daughter of the Duke of Clays, Katarina Clays! They're both like, the fuck is she doing? I feel like she was maybe badly monologuing, that's why I read it that way. Yeah, that was how she acted when she tormented Maria. Katarina used to torment Maria in the game by bragging about her status as a duke's daughter. If I show him that I'm a proud duchess, he'll see me as a respectable and proper negotiating partner. Oh? And what do I owe the honors of your presence, Lady Clays? I want to negotiate with you, Silva, captain of the Weiss Pirates. Ally yourself with me! I love her little, sus face. Ally? Katarina, have you lost your mind? What do you mean? I mean that if you agree to work alongside me, I'll pay you more than that client of yours. I'll be your new employer. Huh. Well, I'm guessing you have the money to buy up all the nobles we have locked up. Is that right, Lady Clays? It really depends on how much they're paying you. $5 a pop? And yeah, I got 10. I don't want to use the word buy, but... yeah, something like that! I promise to pay you and treat you much better than your current client. Oh my god, now we're buying ourselves a pirate side piece. I love it. I'm here for this. Jordo, you don't mind that I have a side piece when we get married, right? Because he works for me now, so he's my pirate manservant, and I'm gonna use him to his fullest. You're cool with that, right? I am unhinged. After hearing my dignified... I don't think I ever had a hinge to stand on. I think there was never... We're not just completely... We've been off the hinges and the rockers for a while. After hearing my dignified tone, Silva's contemptuous look fades away, and then he smiles fiercely. I get it. You want me to betray my current client and switch sides. Here's the thing. If the reward's insufficient, the answer is no. Another thing. If there's a breach of contract, I expect you to pay up the fees. Yeah, of course. I don't know how much money he thinks I have, but I remember Katarina's extensive wealth in the game. I'm sure I'll be fine, but I don't have a lot of pocket money. It's okay. Probably. Wait, how much is the client paying Silva now? Come to think of it, the carriage and mansion were pretty extravagant. Jordo even commented on the quality of the weapons. Wait, doesn't this mean he's being paid a lot? I come back to my senses and start to feel anxious. Maybe this really is too much for me. Here's the thing, he's a pirate. Just because he's got all that doesn't mean he hasn't earned it in the years he's been pirating before now. I'm just saying, it's not like he started the job yesterday. Holy Father, we're here now. I can ask him. Oh, wait. No, I can't depend on Father all the time. I sound like Katarina in the game. Wasn't she ultimately doomed because of how often she bragged about being the Duke's daughter? Well, besides the money, I have to admit, your offer ain't too shabby. 'Cause it's you I'm interested in, Katarina Clays. Huh? Me? Why? As I'm wondering if he's trying to recruit me as a pirate, Jordo stands between us. Then the royal family of Sorcier will prepare the ransom for all the hostages you've captured. So can you please return us to Sorcier? Wow. I can't believe the royal family's being dragged into this, but it only makes sense since 2 of them are currently captured. And I mean, don't you think they'd want their kids back, so... I'm in awe of how Jordo quickly adapts to the situation. Before I can anticipate what Jordo will do next, Silva shrugs his shoulders. Here's the thing, I hear you. I know someone was thinking the same thing. I mean, that's probably why they had 4 kids in case 2 of them get kidnapped. They still have spares. And the spares are the oldest, so they're technically the heirs. These are the spares. And they were really only going to have 3 kids, and a 4th one popped out because they're twins, so it's like, ah! Cool! Now we got 4! This way, oh, now we got a buffer in case the next one gets kidnapped. Now we still have 3 kids. Cool. And 2 of them got kidnapped, and they're like, well, that sucks. And like, should we do anything about it? I mean, we still got these 2, and they're technically the ones in line. They're like, eh. I'm just saying. They might not even remember Alan exists, for all I know, based on, like, the few things I know. But it seems like Jordo was a golden child, but at the same time isn't affiliated on either side with his brother. So, like, also not... like, it's weird because they paint him as, like, the golden child because he's perfect at everything, but yet, in the eyes of his family, it's not. It's like, no, we have our precious son A and B, and where are you? Where do you stand? Do you side with either one of them? And he's like, you know what I mean? But he's kind of in their shadow. Like, I don't know. So, the family might not give a fuck that these 2 got kidnapped because they got 2 other kids, so... I'm just saying. You know? I mean, they might be worried because they just halved their kids, and they're like, huh, we had 4, now we got 2, but like, is it worth the money to get those 2 back? Do we really need them? I mean, that's why we had a spare, and then we got a second spare, so like, you know? I'm just saying, they might not give a fuck. It sure is great to be in high demand. But I'm a man of my word, so I'm going to politely decline your offer. What? No! So does this mean we won't be able to call for help? No, it's 2 against 1 if we... Oh, wait. I just gave the toy snake to Keith. Maybe if I surprise him with Earth Bump, but I doubt it'll be enough to get past Silva and reach the vinculum. The vinculum's in the direction we were headed. In other words, it's past Silva. He's blocking the way. It'll be tough to get through. I agonize over the options. Suddenly, Jordo puts a hand softly on my shoulder. And Katarina, I'll use this magic stone to create an opening. I'll be gone for a moment, so stay put. I don't want you getting injured. After whispering to me, he takes his hand off my shoulder and unsheaths his sword. Then, it cannot be helped. We have no choice but to defeat you and proceed. I knew it'd end up like this. If only you'd have stayed back in your rooms quietly. Silva holds out his sword, his expression grim. Be warned, I won't go easy on you, got it? I can't just let you escape. Is it because your client wants to do something with us? Who knows? I didn't get the details. We're only doing what we're paid to do. Alright, here I go. Oh, nice CG. We got to see Silva's face for a hot second. It'll come back. I like it. Jordo pushes back Silva's attack with an upward swing in an attempt to disarm Jordo's sword. Hell yeah! Okay, I know this is a Jordo CD. It's CG. It's his route, but like, why does Silva look so fucking hot? Why is he stealing this show? Jordo, this man is stealing your thunder and your own CG and your own route. To be fair, I feel like personally for me, Silva just steals the thunder just by existing, but it seems the rumors are true. Get ready. Ha! Don't underestimate me. They don't call me the Demon of the Fog for nothing. Jordo avoids Silva's swing and follows up with a counterattack. Ha! Their swords clash fiercely, kindling sparks in the blackness of the forest. I don't have an opportunity to use my earth bump because their battle is so intense. Ha! Damn it! Are you too strong for a prince? You truly underestimated me. Of course, a prince is usually the one getting protected by someone else. You're not wrong, but I'm a man who has a strong desire to protect the ones I love. Listen, I don't, don't beat up Silva, but at the same time, actually beat him up, Jordo, because, points for you being tough and sexy like this. I'm just saying. Hey, Katarina, looks like this guy really loves you. Huh? Was that about me? When he said the one he loves, does he mean me? Oh my god, she's so dumb. My heart's racing again. I want to stop Jordo and ask him why, but the battle continues. The battle's intense. I try to think of ways I can help Jordo. Should I call for help while they fight? Wait, I don't know how to use the device. Oh, Keith, Maria, please hurry. No matter how much I pray, I know they won't be arriving anytime soon. The possibility of them being caught by the pirates fills my heart with anxiety. And maybe I can use the toy snap. Oh no, it isn't here. I forgot I gave it to Keith. Alright, maybe I better deal with her first. Huh? Before I can react, Silva kicks the ground. And before I know it, Silva stands before me. He's so fast I couldn't even see him get here. Is there anything he can't do? Alright, come here. He reaches out his hand to grab me. Startled by his speed, I stumble backwards. I accidentally trip over a stone and fall over. Whoa! I fall over on my butt hard, but thanks to that, I narrowly avoid Silva's grasp. Katarina! Jordo seizes his opportunity to counterattack. He runs up towards Silva with full force and swings his sword. Silva blocks his attack, but's left wide open. Jordo follows up with a merciless kick to Silva's head, causing him to lose his balance. Damn, he kicks pretty high if he kicked the man in the head. Silva stumbles backwards. In that moment, Jordo takes my hand and pulls me away from Silva. Katarina, this way! Jordo leads me to safety and gains some distance from Silva. Jordo then gets in front of me with his sword out to protect me as I stand behind him. I'm sorry, Katarina. Did I hurt your arm? No, I'm okay. Thank you for saving me. I almost had her. Silva clicks his tongue and cracks his neck. Jordo glares at a disgruntled Silva, who remains unfazed at Jordo's provocations. He won't go down easy, Katarina. Stay behind me. Yes. Jordo stands in front of me, preparing to protect me. He looks more reliable than ever. However, I can tell he's worn out. He has beads of sweat running down his face, and he's breathing harder than usual. Even when he's training, he never looked this beat up. However, Silva remains composed and collected, ready to fight. His eagerness to continue fighting makes me tremble. No, what if we do end up being sent back before we can call for help? Keith and Maria fought the pirates on the way here. Alan, Mary, Nickel, and Sophia provided distractions. I can't let all of that go to waste. We don't know when the client's going to take us away. Take Maria away. Done already? You really aren't cut out for this. You really aren't cut out for this, are you, Your Highness? I like that. You really aren't cut out for this, aren't you, Your Highness? That's, no, are you? Is that so? I believe you're mistaken. Jordo tries to catch his breath as he holds up his sword. Silva stares at him with his cold, unrelenting eyes. Silva's eyes glisten in the moonlight, and the violet sheen surrounding his pupil glows brighter. Demon of the fog. Rumor has it that if you see his violet eyes shine in the fog, you'll never live to see the sun ever again. I remember seeing those same eyes from when he shot Razi. Why did we say that again? Maybe he'll only have to hurt us a little to get us to comply for his client. I don't want Jordo to get hurt. Ever. In an instant, I hear the sound of wind cutting the air, and I see the tip of Silva's sword grazing Jordo's forehead. Prince Jordo!
Careful there, Your Highness. You might lose an eye at this rate. Don't you want to be a good boy and surrender?
No, I won't. I won't let you be alone with Katarina. What? No, wait. Is Jordo fighting this hard because of my promise with Silva? Does Jordo truly care about me? Oh, she's so derpy. I get it, though. It's like, I want to be met like, goddamn, girl, he's only told you like 12 times, but it's like, you still just don't get it through your head because you're like, wait, what? Wait, what? Are you sure? No, I get that, though.
I like those eyes of yours, Your Highness. No wonder you were so eager to fight. You're not like a prince at all. But in this world, the stronger one always wins. Did you know quitting is a valid strategy, too?
Ugh, I won't give in to you. Jordo and Silva's swords clash together once more. Jordo's movements begin to slow down the longer the fight continues. Silva's sword slashes at Jordo's cape. Silva remains unfazed, unlike Jordo. Silva doesn't let up. His stamina doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. If this continues, Jordo could be in some serious danger.
Hey, why don't you give it up already? Or maybe you want to get hurt.
Maybe I like it when you hurt me a little bit. Just pull my hair and choke me a little bit. Oh, you weren't talking to me? Never mind. Silva looks over at me, smiling with his cold, vicious eyes. The violet glow in his eyes. The demon of the fog. He's the pirate who's fought and attacked many Quid ships. What if he got desperate? In my dream, that Silva said he didn't have any qualms about hurting us if we could heal it back with magic. Wow. Even if he was only threatening us, I don't want him to hurt anyone. I have no other option. Use Earth Bomb, threaten Silva, body slam him. I love that. Earth Bomb's going to be useless. And do a save here. Oh, Earth Bomb, bad end. We had 2 saves. Yes, so we'll save here. Okay. And we threaten him. I want to body slam him. Can I? Hold on. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to scroll up. Oh, we used Earth Bomb. Damn it. I was really hoping when you load save 2, body slam was the answer. I kind of just want to do it for funsies, but we threaten him. If you injure Prince Jordo, I'll never forgive you, Silva. I like how that's the threat, because normally a pirate would be like, I really don't give a shit. But somehow Silva would be like, that hurts.
Huh? Well, there's some good news, Your Highness. She loves you back.
Yes, thankfully she does. And now, I feel like I can defeat you. I didn't say I loved you back, but you're one of my friends, so... But at the same time, I guess that's what she was trying to say. She didn't exactly say it, though, because, like, wouldn't you say that if it was your friend? You'd be like, if you hurt them, I will never forgive you. See, she's in love with you. Whoa! I didn't say that, motherfucker. Simmer down. But in this context, yes. Jordo swings his sword upwards and pushes Silva away.
I don't have a choice.
Silva reaches for the gun on his waist, and I quickly raise my hand again. Come forth, Earth Bump! Whoa! A sudden Earth Bump erupts from the ground and makes Silva lose his balance, a tiny little like, whoop! Jordo doesn't miss his chance and pulls out the magic stone. Ha! What the? Jordo imbues the stone with his magic, and a radiant ray of light fills the atmosphere, blinding us. Katarina, this is our chance! Jordo grabs my hand in the white light and we start to run. I guess using Earth Bump just goes right there. You know what I mean? You use Earth Bump and that's why you don't, if you don't threaten him, you're not admitting you have feelings for Jordo. So I don't know if that was a bad ending or just like a normal end. I didn't really see that. I just scrolled up to see what the choice was, but that makes sense. Anyway, I can't see anything through the blinding lights, but Jordo's hand guides me. I have no idea what's in front of us, but for some reason I'm not scared at all. To be Silva. The light finally fades away. I slowly open my eyes. What was that? And that light? I thought the royal family was forbidden from using magic. My eyes work great in the dark, but they're vulnerable to bright lights. It took me a while to fully regain my vision. Ha. I blink a few times to adjust my sight. I'm able to make a vague outline of the surrounding area, but it seems those two are already gone. All that's left is a strange stone. Perhaps it was used on the vinculum as some sort of light source. I see. So you use this to create that light. That was clever of you, Your Highness. I pick up the stone and sigh. I missed my chance here. My client's gonna be furious with me. These guys are a lot of trouble. Anyway, I better go find them now. Captain, this is an emergency. We need you to please return to the mansion as soon as possible. One of my men comes running up to me in a panic. I let out a sigh after hearing his report. I see. Okay, got it. That was a fun game, but I guess they checkmated us. Interesting. Jordo and I reach the port as the sun rises. Our plan was to board the ship in the dark, but with the bright light, we quickly search for a hiding place. However, there are no guards in sight. It looks like there isn't anyone here. For some reason, there's no one around the vinculum. It's puzzling, but we board it nonetheless. Eventually, we reach the command post without encountering anyone. This is where the magic device is supposed to be. It's strange that Silva doesn't have a guard posted here, considering how close it is to the mansion. It looks like no one's here at all. Exactly. Even if this island is their base, it's strange that no one's standing guard. As Silva stopped his pursuit, I expected he or his minions would give chase. Huh. Well, yeah. Why didn't he pursue us? Was he too surprised by the magic? Even if this is a trap, we can't miss our chance. We must hurry. Jordo and I look around, opening all the doors we can find until we finally make our way to something resembling the bridge. I love how steampunk this is. And this must be the vinculum's control room. Huh. No one's here either. Even if the ship isn't in the middle of a journey, there should be someone here messing with something technical. I'm disappointed again. I'd be more perplexed than disappointed. There's so many machines here, I don't even know which one's the magic device. I found it. This is it. Wait, is this the magic device? Jordo points to a mirror-like object that doesn't look like a communicator. Prince Jordo, how do you know that this is the communicator? Like, duh, he's seen it, and he knows how it works, obviously. As Alan mentioned, as a member of the royal family, I oversee all the devices developed and used by the Department of Magic. Wow. He knows what the magic device looks like and how to use it. The third Prince of Sorcier really is brilliant. Suddenly I feel anxious about being a good wife. Huh, wait a second. Why did I just think that? I've never been anxious about my future, no matter how brilliant Jordo is. Mother always told me I'd never be a good princess consort. And I always thought Jordo would fall in love with Maria. That's why it's never bothered me. But that's no longer the case. Why? Katerina, stay close to me. There's no proof that no more pirates will come. When I suddenly come back to my senses, Jordo's fiddling with the magic device. He opens the lid and begins operating the dial inside. After thinking about it for a moment, he picks up the magic stone and fits it in a hole inside the machine. Jordo turns the dial with a straight face, and letters begin to appear on the mirror and shine. HELP. However, the light soon fades away and the mirror returns to its original form. What? It disappeared! Was that a failure? And no, don't worry. I'm certain I was able to send our location and situation. But? And this device has a single use. There's no way for us to exchange messages. What a fucking waste of technology! Could you imagine? Every time you send a text, you're like, do. Whoop, gotta get a new phone. What the actual balls? What? Really? Yes, I'm sure that the message was properly sent because it's shown at the end, but and this was my first time using it. The device is inconvenient. Only we could receive a reply. I guess that'll be one of our future tasks, or making one that isn't a one-time fucking use. Disposable magic mirror? What are you trying to do? Kill your planet? Like, Jesus. What the fuck? You spent all that effort to create this magic mirror that can only send one message. That's it. That is like the dumbest thing ever. I get it, it's for plot device, but still, dumbest thing ever. Whoever came up with that should be slapped. Not shot, just slap them and be like, fix that shit. You're stupid. Yeah, that's definitely inconvenient. I mean, seriously, I think they should just be slapped so that they like the marbles that are loose in their head maybe find the spots that they belong in, so they can like rethink their life. I knew we couldn't have a conversation with this device, but I thought we could at least contact each other by texting. This is quite surprising. Wait, even with Quid's advanced techniques, we still can't make things like telephones or other communicators, right? Even in Radiant Tail, you could communicate via a chalice with magic water in it. It was a cup with water, and we managed to make that. For God's sake, come on. There's still a long time to go before we can have machines like the ones from my previous life. I won't lie, I sometimes miss playing games while eating potato chips. I look around the room, and Jordo does the same. It seems like this was the only magic device in the room. I would have sent a message to Quid as well if there were more. However, now we just have to wait for them to come and rescue us. Yeah, could you imagine? Like, oh, there's like 30 in here, just in case you need to send more than one message. Huh? Who did you send the message to? Sorcier's Department of Magic. And they can order a search party to find and rescue us. I considered sending one to Quid, but I don't know how familiar they are with magic devices, so I sent it to who I know is familiar with them. Also, if Quid doesn't have one of these, how could you send a message to one? You know what I mean? You have to have a receptacle, you know? You could have sent one to Quid too? Correct. Before boarding the ship, I heard that some devices were given to Quid too. Okay. The seas are dangerous, after all. That makes sense. I wanted to send a signal directly to the search party, but there was no way to do so I used a channel that was meant for a different task. Oh, I remember him mentioning a search party being formed just in case we don't return to the port as scheduled. We're currently in the middle of the fog, but now that we've sent out our location, we can return. No. Keith and the others! Keith and Maria never rejoined us. If they're just back at the mansion, then it isn't a big deal, but what if they were taken somewhere new and unfamiliar? It's Jordo, we must check on Keith and Maria. I approach Jordo and he chokes on his words for a moment before letting out a sigh. You're right. I cannot allow you to be injured again, so we must hurry back for now. I believe Keith and Maria are safe, but I'm concerned about the pirates. They seem to not be taking any actions at all. This place is awfully quiet. Right? It's a little sus. But then again, then the search party's going to show up and the pirates going to be like, all right, I guess we give up. And it's like, because it's like a half thought out plot, but so you want to be mad about it because you're like, what the fuck? Why is there actually no plot? But at the same time, you're like, it kind of makes sense because we're in an Otome game world. So, like, as you're doing a route, you only get so much information. You never get the full picture. So, like, even though you don't get anything in these, you're like, wait, what? I don't think it's supposed to make sense, which I kind of like. It's like bonkers. It really is empty. Even when we arrive at a wide hallway, we don't encounter any pirates. Jordo and I wonder why it's so empty and head for the exit, but like usually there's some pieces, like when you play a game like, okay, in Jordo's Rat you get a piece and you're like, oh, okay, we'd get some kind of explanation. They'd try, they'd fight, they might get, you know what I mean? Like there'd be a little bit more. Even though you're not going to find out who their, client is, because that's for a later reveal, and, everyone's going to get out. But it's almost too easy the way it works out. You're like, oh, they just stop following us, and, oh, wait, then they just easily give up. You know that in an actual, like, real plot-heavy Atome game, he would have tried to fight us. We would have had to have been hiding from him and doing this, and we'd be sneaking around, and there'd be guards, and, like, then the rescue people would come, and they'd have to fight the pirates, and then win, and then blah, blah, blah. And you know what I mean? There'd be more drama and, like, action. But the fact that it's like there's no one here, and then and then they're gonna easily give up, and then what? It's like it's too easy, but I feel like that's part of what makes this game a little quirky and fun and like fluffy, is because it's like you're like there's just wait, what? That's it. You're not gonna wait, huh? And it's a little baffling, but it's kind of funny that way. Like I kind of love it. Huh? I heard something over there. Yeah, I heard it too. Someone's there, Rozzy. It's possible they're from Quid, and none of them are at the mansion. Oh yeah, you're right. However, it sounds like someone arguing. Jordo and I look at each other and tiptoe toward the direction of the sound. As we approach, we hear a familiar voice around the corner. Familiar voice. I'm not sure who it's supposed to be. Can you tell if you, like... No, you can't tell. It's not like... They don't put the sprite up with it. Anyway. How dare you disrupt my plans? I don't know who it is, so I'm not giving him a voice. Huh. Is this voice... Okay. Okay, that's his name. Set. The old dude that was trying to kidnap Maria. That's who I figured it was, because he was trying to kidnap Maria in the positive route. But they were like, our client, and it was like, we were never going to find out. But I figured that's what we thought like a couple of parts ago. But okay. I don't think you'll be getting away with this when we return to the mainland. This must be the voice of Mr. Norden, Quid's premier. Good to know that he's safe. He's safe, but he's arguing with someone. I try to get a closer look, but I hear what sounds like fighting. We can't see well from here, but I believe they're engaged in battle. I don't know the pirates' intentions, but we can't allow one of Quid's heads of state to be injured on Sorcier's ship. I must help. Yeah, Jordan, I think he's the bad guy. Then I'll go too. Stay here, Katerina. I can do this alone. Just as Jordo prepares to leap out from hiding, we hear... Wait! Suddenly, we're pulled from behind and almost fall to the ground out of surprise. This, I think, is Rozzy. As we turn around, we see Rozzy. Okay. Rozzy? Please forgive the suddenness of that, Prince Jordo. However, they're engaged in battle over there. Please stay away. Thank goodness you're safe, Rozzy. Did the pirates do anything terrible to you? No, Katerina. Thank you for your concern, but I'm safe. He's like, I'm technically one of them. I love him. He's adorable. Your injury seems better now. Yeah, it was but a scratch. It doesn't hurt at all anymore. Thank goodness. Everyone else is sus of him but us, which is fine. See, he even looks sus! Even I'm kind of sus of him, but I still love him. I'm relieved to hear that, but the bandage under his sleeve is concerning. I look closely, and Rozzy seems to be bothered by something. Maybe he's trying to appease us. Are you really okay? There was a lot of blood, so if it still hurts... No, I'm fine. Honestly, we stopped the bleeding. Trust me, it was only a flesh wound. A flesh wound? Why are you here, Rozzy? They're forcing us technicians to do maintenance. Now, this is a special ship, so... True, it is the first of its kind. A joint venture using the combined techniques of Quid and Sorcier. Really? Even with your injury? I can still run my many diagnostic checks and run tests without any tools. Is that so? Also, just because he got a scratch on the arm doesn't mean his arm is useless. Huh. It's kind of awkward. He might not be able to lift heavy things if it, like, whatever, without hurting himself, but, like, he can still do little things. You know what I mean? Like, just because, like, think about you, like, oh, I got a scratch on my arm, you can still use a screwdriver. You might not be able to lift like 70 pounds because you're like, oh, that hurts a little, but like, you can still do certain things. They're both smiling, but the atmosphere is tense. Why does Jordo's smile look so menacing? He doesn't trust Rosie. I'm probably overthinking things. This is an emergency, so I can't help, but... Oh, wait, and Premier Norden? Are you sure we can't help him?
Yeah, the Premier will probably be fine. General Frederick's with him after all.
General Frederick? He was the one being mean to Sophia. What's so good about him? He's mean and kind of hot. I mean, that's basically it. He's literally that, like, slap glasses on him and he's our perfect boyfriend. He is a woman-hating asshole. He's just missing the glasses. Like, I'm just saying. He's a little bit more of an asshole than we usually have. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. Still, you're in the territory of, like, you're the trash I kind of normally like, so. Realizing that I must be confused, Jordo whispers to me. As Sir Frederick's Quid's rear admiral of the Navy, I believe that he's a skilled swordsman. He's the head of Vinculum Security. Come to think of it, he was popular with the ladies at the party. Is it because of his good reputation? No, I don't think he has a good reputation. He's hot.
We call him Sword Guardian. He's famous back home for never having been defeated in sword combat.
Rosie, why are you blushing talking about Frederick? Are you a little swoony for him? What? Never? Is he really that skilled?
Yeah, and everyone's been captured just like you were. At least, that's how it sounded when I overheard the pirates' conversation. If they wanted to kill the Premier, they'd have done so by now. However, they haven't, so I think they'll be fine.
I feel like the Premier is the one that had everyone kidnapped, and, like, I still think, because, like, we know from the common route, he's the one that kidnapped Maria and wanted Maria. So, like, and you just heard him, like, how dare you ruin my plans, like. So I'm just saying, I feel like Rosie's trying to cover him, be like, no, don't go in there. Because then he'll be like, yeah, everyone else here was captured as well. You were just keeping you separate. So when the rescue comes, it'll be like, oh yeah, we were all captured by the pirate, and the pirate won't reveal their source, and Premier Norden is totally fine, you know?
Going out there recklessly and getting involved in the battle would be more dangerous for you.
I guess you're right. As far as we know, the pirates are the ones having a hard time.
Anyway, let's hurry up and escape the ship before the other pirates spot us.
Urged by Rosie, we hurry off the ship and back to the mansion. However... Huh? We stop in our tracks when we see an unfamiliar ship at the port. We can't believe our eyes. People dressed in elegant outfits step out of the ship after one another. They line up, straighten their backs, and face Jordo. Of Royal Navy. Oh, it's a Quid Knight. Oh. We're the second knighthood of Quid. You are Prince Jordo, the third prince of Sorcier, are you not? Yes, I am. Why are you here?
Prince Jordo, did you happen to call for help using the magic device at the bridge?
Yes, I did. However, it was only moments ago.
Perhaps the transmission was able to reach a nearby Quidian ship. And the knights might have been in search for the vinculum.
Yes, that's correct. We received reports that the vinculum went missing. We searched the surrounding area, and that's when we received the message. I feel like, and Jordo's like, but I didn't send it to you. And the message, it reached your ship. Wow. You see, this seems a little weird. Like, I get it. He's like, this is suspicious, but anyway, yeah, it's a little odd. In other words, when we sent the message, a nearby Quid ship just happened to be searching the surrounding waters. I thought I sent the message to Sorcier. I wasn't expecting it to reach one of your ships. I must report this to the Department of Magic later. Well, it's a good outcome either way. They're here to save us, after all. Well, yes, I suppose so. If what they say is true. Jordan's like, this is all way too fucking convenient and suspicious. Yes, it is. But I have a feeling it's just going to wrap up like this, and you're going to be like, this isn't a messy-ass bow, and I'm not sure what to make of it, but like, whatever! But I feel like that's the point. It's not supposed... There's things where you're like, there's a lot of shit that doesn't make sense, and we're just supposed to be like, okay! Will it ever make sense? Maybe not. Maybe not until you get to, like, Rozzy or Silva's route will more things make sense, but, like, it's just... I just feel like, again, there's always... When you play an Otome game, there's always plot holes that you don't know until you get to the end, right? You're like, what's going on here? What's going on there? You know? But they usually kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, that's a mystery or whatever. But there's so much in this, you're like, what? It feels so, like, loosey-goosey. Like, usually, like, we put it in a bow, and it's a tight bow. There's still holes in the bow, don't get me wrong. And this one is like, this is just a pile of string. I'm not even sure they made a bow here. But it's still kind of funny, and, like, that's what I like about it. You're like, there's so much fucking shit that doesn't make, and but it feels almost, I don't want to say it feels half-finished, but it feels half-finished. They were like, yeah, and then, so they show up, and then stuff, and then rescued, and you're like, but you just leapt over so many fucking points, and so much is missing, and not even here, and they're like, yeah, it's fine. But that's what makes it more fun, is because you're like, there's, okay. Alright, because the game's a little wackadoodle, and like, I think it adds to the like goofy charm that it has, you know? Where you're like, okay, sure. Stuff happened, and then everyone clapped. Like, so bonkers. Huh. What does that mean? And like, she's over there like, yeah, shit happened, whatevs, good times. And like, everyone else is like, this doesn't make sense, does it? And she's like, yeah, perfect sense. I love it. Well, we'll have more time to discuss it at home. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. The pirates will likely fight back when they learn that Quid's knights have arrived. Nope, they're gonna go willingly. Hey, walk quietly.
No, ugh. I'm not going anywhere, so take it easy.
Silva?
Damn. I look awful, don't I?
No, you look just as hot as you always do. You were captured. See, Jordo's face is like, you somehow really? Really? This doesn't make sense! She's like, well, good times, time to go. And like, I love it.
Man, who'd have thought I'd run into a knight while chasing after you guys? I guess it's just not my day.
Wait, where are Keith and Maria?
Oh, your brother and the girl with the light magic. Well, we captured them and took them back to the mansion, but...
Is that so? Then we must hurry back to the mansion immediately. In that case, we'll lead the rescue party. Knights on horses disembarked one after another and lined up. Horses can ride ships? I'm shocked at the sight. First a search party and now a cavalry.
Phew! Oh my goodness. I don't have to worry about being pushed around by pirates anymore.
Oh, yeah, they captured you too. Are you alright?
Yeah, I was. Anyway, we must save the Premier. I'll lead the knights to him.
Rozzy heads over to the knights and leads them on board the vinculum. Just as expected from a royal knighthood, they're very efficient, and after a few hours, the pirates were seized and the threat was dealt with. But like, Jordo's pissed like, this does not make any motherfucking sense. Jordo is all of us like, what the fuck? This is just too neat. You just, everything happy fluff, you jumped over so many plot points and what the fuck? There's some logic missing here. But that's, again, what makes it so fun. I love it. It's ridiculous. Game is fucking ridiculous. Well, I'm glad everything is settled. Don't you think so too, Prince Jordo? After watching the pirates get arrested, Jordo and I walk along the shore to head to the mansion and join the others. I'm relieved that the knights came and rescued everyone. Now we can head back to Sorcier safely. Yeah, you're right. While we walk side by side, I can't help but be drawn into the vast ocean beside us. Combined with a sense of relief, being able to just see the ocean like this feels exciting. Oh, Prince Jordo, did you see that? A fish just leapt out of the water there. I'm happy to see you in high spirits, but do not forget to give me a proper response when we return, all right? A response? To my proposal. Oh! Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about it, but Jordo did confess his feelings to me. And he said he wants to get married when we finally return home. It's funny, like, I proposed to you. And you're like, yeah, but we were already engaged. So, like, he's like, no, but I want for realsies this time. I was afraid you'd forgotten it since you were back to your usual self, and you did. Well, we had the whole escape plan, and there was a lot going on, so. And this is one of the many things I find cute about you, but you can't run away from this, okay? If anything, you can give me a response here right now, you know. That's. If you've already forgotten about it, I'll be sure to remind you. Jordo chuckles and hugs my waist. Before I can react to his sudden embrace, Jordo kisses me. Do you remember now? Prince Jordo, that's. The memories of everything that happened between us starts rushing through my head after he kisses me. But he kisses me again and my mind goes numb once more. I look around for help, but nobody's around. The only thing I can hear now are the sounds of the ocean waves, and even through this brisk sea breeze, Jordo's touch melts my heart. Every day I've spent with you, I've always wanted to do this. Can you imagine just how hard it was to hide my emotions and wait for you? I guess not. Jordo looks at me with his passionate, caring eyes. He's been my precious friend and fiancé since we were both children. I never saw him as anything more than a friend. Even though he confessed his feelings for me, it's difficult for me to see him romantically after knowing him just as a friend for so long. Prince Jordo, I don't get why you're interested in me romantically. Do you really not get it? Yes, because I thought you'd fall for Maria. A more attractive person is fitting. I mean, I feel like we should not use the Maria thing. But, like, that's her standard response, is I thought you'd fall for Maria? But then this is... I thought you'd fall for Maria is her standard answer for everything, but a more attractive person is fitting is like, well, I just thought you'd find someone better looking than me. And he's like, my God, you're the most gorgeous thing ever. And you're like, okay. Like, where maybe you're kind of getting on the same page as him. And that's where we want to be, on the same damn page. And, like, I thought you'd fall for Maria is, like, still actually acting like you have no stake in this whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, there's a little more hope, and I just figured you might find someone more attractive. You know, is like, maybe I'm kind of hoping you find me attractive. But, like, the Maria is I'm still stuck in the game, and I haven't realized that I've totally changed everything. Even though she knows she's totally changed everything, you know? Yeah. Because you're an amazing person, Prince Jordo. You're too good for me, and Maria, the protagonist of Fortune Lover, is such a charming girl. She's amazing. My whole life I thought that Jordo would fall in love with her. Girl, get that out of your damn head. So I'm being honest when I say that I don't get it. However, Jordo smiles sweetly and puts his hand softly on my cheek. There's no lady as charming as you, Katerina. And before I met you, Katerina, I always thought my life was boring. However, after meeting you, you brought color to my world. I began to enjoy life, and every day was exciting. And do you remember when you fell down? Oh, the nostalgia. Of course I do. It was the first big turning point in my life. Back then, I regained the memories of my previous life and thought I'd be doomed as the villainous Katerina Clays. When I apologized to you, you told me you could just hide the scratch with your bangs and told me not to worry about it. After that, you started a farm to improve your magic, and you started climbing trees. I just couldn't predict your next move. I want to stay by your side for the rest of my life, Katerina, and you're the only person I feel that way about. It has to be you. That's why I never broke off our engagement. I never thought of you as a mere bulkwort to get around. No way! You know, it's kind of sad, though, because when you then fall in love with one of the other guys who are also in love with you, poor Jordo is, like, sad because it can only be you. And I just feel like what they should have had was a Jordo route and a Keith route and an Alan route and a Nickel route and a Silver route and a Rozzy route. And then instead of having a common end that's the friendship route, they should have had the harem ending. Come on! Every every person is drop dead in love with you. I say this about every game. It's the perfect game for a harem ending. All games are a perfect game for a harem ending. I'm just saying, fucking A, give it to me. But anyway, have I just been misunderstanding Jordo's feelings all these years? Duh. This is unexpected. I can't process all this information right now. I love you, so I'll never let you go. Jordo smiles lovingly at me. Staying true to his words, he's still hugging my waist. Oh no, what should I do? I'll see how flustered I am up close like this. I don't know how to respond with him being this close to me. Kiss him. Can you at least, go a little bit? If he doesn't do that, I won't be able to think. His sweet whispers, his cunning smile. Look, he's blushing. I always thought I knew my childhood friend. But now, when I look into his eyes, he seems different. I understand, Lady Katerina. The way Prince Jordo makes you feel is different. He makes your heart flutter, doesn't he? Is this what a fluttering heart feels like? I'm not sure, but I don't hate this feeling. Can't bear looking at his beautiful face any longer, so I bury my face into his chest. What? Scent. It's nostalgic. It's a comforting and relaxing scent. We've been so close since childhood, so his warmth feels like home. Family. Huh. While hugging him, I realize something. The first time, my heart's feeling something that isn't caused by embarrassment or nerves. This is the feeling I've never known. Why does this feel so right? Embracing Jordo like this makes me feel calm. Have I ever felt this way with anyone else? He's my precious brother, but that's a different feeling altogether. Poor Keith, he just rolled over in his grave. When I'm with Jordo, I feel comfortable. I feel like I can be myself and live my life honestly. I always associated him with doom, so I never noticed my feelings for him, but Jordo's precious to me. I've always felt that way deep down. It's like family. I was happy when I found out we weren't doomed. No, don't bite my headset, bird. If there's no bad ending, it means we can continue to be like this. Katerina, I hear a rare, puzzled voice coming from Jordo. He timidly puts his hand on my shoulders. I hear his heart pounding feverishly from his chest. Am I making him nervous? Huh. Stop it, bird! Does that mean he really loves me? I love you, but you can't bite the headset. It's very loud in people's ears when they hear that rattling noise. That'd be nice. You can chirp and talk to people, but you can't bite the headset. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm starting to feel like I can trust his word, little by little. I don't know why, but being able to trust him makes it easier to look up at him. Jordo... Yes? Have you ever wanted to doom me before? What? Doom you? Yeah, I was just curious. Have you ever thought I was in your way or something like that? Why would I ever think of you like that? I've only ever wanted to be with you no matter what, Katerina. Do you still not see how strong my feelings are for you? His firm yet tender voice resembles the Jordo from the game, but it's also different. Sorry. I've known you since we were children, so I know how unpredictable you can be. Now, I never thought of you as an obstacle. With Mary and the others, however, I felt that way about them many times. Huh? Keith and Mary? Why? Was he pretending to be friends with them this entire time? Is that what he's gonna say? Wait, he's smiling and shaking his head like she doesn't get it. And no, it's not what you're thinking, Katerina. It's just, I want you all to myself. Want me all to yourself? Did you know, those two never let me be alone with you. They love you a lot too. Everyone wants you to themselves, so they desperately get in the way. And they don't want me to win your heart. Jordo embraces me with a smile on his face while gently running his fingers through my hair. But we would get married eventually, so I thought I could wait. Married. When that pirate Silva appeared, I panicked. I was suddenly afraid that someone else would win your heart while I waited. You never seemed to understand just how I felt about you. Oh, now I understand why Jordo was upset. His words sink into my heart. See, so Jordo really loves me. The Jordo standing before me would never doom me like the one in the game did. For the first time, I start to see who he really is. The real Jordo. His words feel genuine. Katerina, let me ask you again. How do you feel about me? I can hear the nervousness in Jordo's voice. So used to worrying about dooms that I never got to see the real Jordo. I'm always suspecting him of hiding something. But it's clear now. Jordo loved me all along. I have no doubts about him anymore. I want to stay with him forever. I felt the same when Jordo pretended to not want to be friends with everyone anymore. He just wanted us all to stay together forever. I don't know if this feeling is love, but I do know that I want to stay by his side forever. Prince Jordo, I don't think I'm even good enough to be a duke's daughter. So how would I make a good member of a royal family? Keith and the Duchess of Clays would say something like that, but I disagree with them. But it would be troublesome if people from foreign countries became interested in you. So you don't have to do anything, Katerina. What? But I'll be princess consort, right? A princess consort that does nothing doesn't sound right. I look over at Jordo and he's standing there smiling mischievously. If anything, I want to lock you up in the royal palace and keep you all to myself. Well, there you go. There's the dark-hearted, sadistic prince deep down underneath. He's like, I just want to lock you in a cage. Okay! I don't think I want that. I still want to see everyone, and, if you did that, I think people would speak badly of you. I don't care what people have to say about me. As long as you're by my side, I'll be fine. And no one will be allowed to ever speak ill of you. If they do, I'll never forgive them. Jordo smiles cheerfully as always. But a princess consort? Huh. Even Mary says that she's incapable of being one. Katerina, say I weren't a prince. Would that make your feelings clearer? What? What if we didn't have the titles? If Jordo was just my childhood friend, would my feelings for him change? Huh. Suddenly my anxiousness goes away. Surprising. Was the royal family really the root of my concerns? I was wondering if we're getting CG, and yes, we are. Katerina, I want you to see me. The me in front of you right now. As no one else but Jordo Stewart. Jordo puts his hand on my cheek and turns my face toward him. His deep blue eyes are looking at me, and I can see that he's serious. There's only one thing in this world that I want. It's for you to stay by my side. Nothing else. I can feel my heart pounding. In the words of Sophia, my heart's fluttering right now. If I just don't think about the royal family, everything becomes more clear. Maybe I love Jordo. Huh? Ah! Oh, did I say that out loud? Well, yes. Oh, look at his little shocked, blushing face. It's adorable. Jordo looks unexpectedly coy as his face turns stark red. I feel myself getting flustered looking at him. This is the first time I'm seeing Jordo blush. Jordo's usually always mature and prince-like. Makes me happy to see this boyish side of him. Finally coming to terms with my feelings. Can I take those words as your response? Probably? Katerina, I'm still not satisfied with that. Can you tell me how you feel about me properly? No way! Jordo suddenly gains back his composure. He's smiling at me like he usually does. I bury my face into his chest again so I don't have to look at his charming smile any longer. I feel warm and safe in Jordo's arms. I like it here. I get nervous and embarrassed, but I really do enjoy being with him. It's a relief to finally admit that. I try my best to speak. So, Prince Jordo... Yes? Perhaps, I think, I love you, too. What? Huh? He stops responding, so I look up. To my surprise, Jordan was making an expression I've never seen before. He looked so happy he could cry. I can't find the words to describe his expression. Aww. Then Jordo smiles faintly and says, "Waited so long to hear those words." How adorable. Look, I don't know if the end's only going to be like 5 minutes from now or like another 30 minutes. I'm going to stop here because we're a little over time. I feel like we'll see. If the next part for some reason is only like 10 minutes, maybe I'll just edit these together, but I don't have like 20 to 30 minutes to find out. You know what I mean? So, I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.